12 sips. This is my goal. This is my every time I grab my bottle of water, I have to drink 12 sips of water. That's my goal is to finish 3 bottles like this per day. This is my goal. This is my nice. My life is up and running. So 12 bottles of this per day is my goal. Let's see. So today I have to work on this application again. My app is I have some work to do here regarding synchronization. So this is the current state of my app. If you click here, you will be able to see the same change being applied to another device. If this is a scenario where you are logged in with the same user and in a different device. So if you click here, you also have to see it, and the other way around should work as well. If I change in this device, I should see the change being reflected in another device, but it's kind of delayed a little bit. I'm seeing some delay in the synchronization mechanism, but that's fine for now, because today my goal is to finish the synchronization when the user wants to change, rather than change the payment, the user wants to change the bill information. This is really hard, I'm not gonna lie. So for some reason my I don't know if it's my app, my computer, or my app, it's kind of really slow right now. Yeah, it's my computer. It's totally my computer, because I already saw the look. My computer is just, they have a hard time rendering this. I think it's because, I don't know, not too much things working here. I just have the OBS open, Android Studio. I think, yeah, it should be fine, but okay. If we change something here, so this is the payment information. This is the bill information. Not a good screen, I know, not a good sign. Should have the title displayed differently, but it's okay. If you change the date, so let me rephrase this. Let's back it up. Let me think what I'm gonna say, because when I start recording things and try to do other things in the same time, I cannot even speak. I cannot do anything else. That's why I'm avoiding recording, making live stream of my work, because I don't feel like I'm having any progress sharing when I'm sharing things. But the thing is, I have to practice my English. That is deteriorating with the time, because I'm not using it. I have no way to practice, and yeah. So this is the best way I can do it for now, I guess. But anyway, this is a screen where you want to change the bill information. So bill information, depending on the change you do, this will reflect in all payments. For some scenarios, this is already working fine, because if I change this internet to the title, if I change like the title to mom's internet, this change will reflect in all payments, like the internet, because before displaying the payment in the list here over here, what I do is I get the payment entity, and then I create another model, a UI model we call it, to represent this list item. So this list item have a combination of payments, and the payment and the bill entity. So this is a to display this item. I have a combination of two entities, two models. That's why if I change this, automatically, like let me save this. Save. Automatically, you have to see. Oh, this is not gonna work. Yeah, my app will crash. It's not gonna work. Yeah, that should that should work correctly if my app was not all messed up right now. But yeah, my app's all messed up. Let me. I don't think you'll be able to see it because this is exactly what I'm doing. Changing informations from bill is not working. Again, informations that change from here should reflect in all cur- uh, current, no, concurrent, not concurrent, recurrent payments. That's what I'm saying. So all the recurrent payments should reflect the change I do in the bill. That's it. Simple as that. But the thing is, this is really complex to do when you have to synchronize data because I have to send the chunk of information. So let me show you what I mean. It's really hard, man, to explain things in English and doing changes in the same time. So here I'm changing the pay date of this bill. So all payments should change, right? But look, if I try to save this, I will see the a pop up. This pop up will appear to asking me how should I apply this change. I don't know if you're able to see it. But yeah. So that's the pop up ask me like this change affect recurring payments. Which payment should be updated? So I have two options. I will change this order because I think this is the best option. The last one, the second one is the best option. The current and future payments should change. You should not change the previous payments, but you can also change all payments with this new information. So even though the ones that you already paid, the previous ones will be affected with this change. And that's what I'm working right now. This is not working, but I already have the logic there. But the problem is, every time you change a payment, every time you change a bill, I have to make operations in payments entities as well. So I have a transaction. I have to run a database transaction, collect this data, wrap this data in another object, and send this in a single call. I have to send this to the backend, and the backend should also do a transaction. The backend, the database in the backend should do another transaction and synchronize this data to send this data to other devices that are connected. Okay, and that's a mess because my first implementation of this, I have two endpoints. One endpoint just to update bill, and another endpoint to just update payments. That's not working. That's one of That's one of the things that are causing the duplication errors in my database because I have to do those two operations in a transaction, in a database transaction. Like it should be all or nothing. They have a term for this that I don't know how the correct term for this type of operation, but that's it. You should make everything run, or you should drop everything. If something went wrong, you have to drop it. I know that I know the term, and I have a I remember that I have some some article about it, but yeah, I'm not gonna find it. But anyway, what I'm going to do right now is what I'm going to do. I have to stop doing this. I have to stop doing this. I'm doing too much of this. This is a good part of record yourself talking in English, speaking in English. Is that you see the way you talk, and you can improve upon it a little bit, a step at a time. Six. Not six. I think I already did 9 and 3 left. 12 sips. Every time I grab my bottle, 12 sips. That's good. So let's do this, okay? The first thing we have to do. This is a work in progress, by the way. Let me see if I can work towards this and same time recording. First place we should go. Let me show you something real quick, which is draw yo. I think, yeah. This is this one. No, it's not this one. I have another one. Let me grab over here because I'm not sure if you can see this. I'm not sure if I can share this. Yeah, I think this one over here. Open. Yes. It's this one. I want to create a video to explain the synchronization mechanism in my app. The synchronization mechanism. But it's pretty much all of this. This is the high level design of the how synchronization works. Just an overview. It is it's a pretty nice mechanism. It's a pretty nice, not pretty nice, but pretty interesting implementation that I came up with on my own. Okay, I like it, but it's still not. Yeah, there's a lot of room for improvement, if you will. So okay, we are back again here. What's going on here? Yeah, my computer is just, it's weird. It's really weird. It's just seems like everything that I do here takes too much time to reflect. But okay, that's nice. Let's work on this. So our goal is to change something in the data and change something in the bill screen and send this data, all the changes to the backend. Okay. But the problem is we have two ways to do this. One way is to send the bill and payment separately, and another way is to send both together. I have both informations. I have both ways in the API. So my API, what I have to do is change my API to allow just one way to receive bill updates. So first thing, actually, it's not even in the Android Studio. The first change we have to do is in the backend side. Okay, in the backend side. On the backend, I added this endpoint over here. It just was a mistake because I should have used this one over here, the only endpoint that should work. Because the difference between the two of this, between the and these endpoints is because for this endpoint, update bill with payments, I receive a I receive a payload that contains the bill and the payments. That's pretty much it. That's the whole difference between the endpoints. But this should be the only one. Because this one over here should be deprecated, or just I will remove this entirely because for synchronization reasons, we should not have two. We should not have a endpoint that updates only the bill because for the majority of times, right? Most of the time, a change in the bill will reflect in the payments. Some cases this is not gonna happen, For some cases this is not gonna happen, but for this case, I just will send a empty a slice of payments because this is the information here. A bill struct and a slice of payment struct. A slice in Golang is just arrays. It's not arrays. Golang has arrays, but slices are just a way to not arrays in Golang. Arrays in Golang work differently. They are like type. If you have array, for instance, if you have array of I don't know, 5 positions, five positions in another array, the same array that holds the same data, but you have 10 position. They are different objects. They are considered different objects, different types, because the size of the array is one of the informations that define the type of the array. So that's why we use slices instead of arrays, because slices are flexible. They're not rigid as arrays in Golang. Anyway, so today the goal is just to remove this entirely. We have to get rid of this controller first thing. Get rid of this thing. I struggle with typing, man. So, oh man, I feel like, and then instead of using that controller, we'll use this update. Oh my God, Jesus Christ, man! You know what I'm gonna do? I will remove that shit because I'm using VM motions. Try to be fancy, but yeah, that not work. This not work for me. Get rid of that shit, man. And yeah, we're gonna use this endpoint now to update bill with payments. That's we're gonna do, and we're gonna rename this. Let me rename this. I think it's, oh my God. I don't know which is not this. Yeah, it's this. Okay, I will rename this to update bill. I'm not gonna rename this right now. So what this does is it would take, we have just a single endpoint here that will save everything in. Let me take a look how I do this. We just have this one. It's gonna receive this, and then we're going to where we're going to get the bill just to verify when it does dispatch, just to whether or not we have all information, and put some default values into the bill struct, like bill payload, and we're going to run this update bill with payments, which is a interface, and it's being implemented by this struct over here, the store struct. And then we start a transaction. This is what I was saying. So we're going to receive a slice of payments. That's why we have to make the start of transactions to make sure that we update both the bill information and the payments information. But here we running a for loop because I just want to update whatever the user sent to me. So in the range of payment, we're going to get the payment that already exists and just update whatever information the user passed. And then we're going to add this to this slice over here because we created this slice because I have to return this. Okay, I have to return this infos. Let me see, this is correct. So I received the DB payments back. Then I convert this. Yes. That's good. And then I will if everything goes well, I just will return this back to the caller, this bill with payment struct. That's good. If anything in this operation goes wrong, this rollback will revert all operations, and then we're going to return an error. This is my backend. I think my backend is good. No, I don't have anything to change here, actually. Everything's good. Let me build this again. Okay. Oh, yes. Running version server has started. I think okay. Every change. Yeah. I don't need to rerun this because I don't recall, but I have some configuration here in my Docker. I think my Docker file. Yeah, my Docker file has this air. They have called this air, go air, or I don't know. It's a library that will restart the server every time I do some code change it. I learned this a while ago. This is the problem, right? You start learning a lot of stuff and just forget about it. But yeah, now I recall a little bit. So my backend is all right. So here in my client side, I have to change what? First thing I have to change here, let me show you. So this is the most important. Close all tabs, close other, just to keep clean. So this is the view model that is in charge of changing the bill information. So this screen is handled by this view model over here. And what happened is when you confirm that you wanted to change, I have two functions: update only, bill only, and apply change to payments. But the problem is apply change to payments should be the only thing that must run, because if the change do not affect payments, I will just send an empty array to the backend. That's what I'm going to do. So when you send a on-save intent or event, here I'm saying this intent. But yeah, when you send, you click in the save button. This is the intent that is sent to this view model. The view model will check first if the changes will affect the payment. And the only changes that affect the payments are in the price and changes in the payday. Right? I just allow users to change the payday, not the billing start date, because that would be a mess if the user could, say that bill, he has start this billing track in another period. This will make I have to run other operations like maybe removing payments that or create new payments. So this is going to be a mess. That's why I'm not going to allow this. The app is already too complex for what it is. So I rather not touch on this. But here, the only changes that will reflect the payments is the billing start date, but just the payday and the price. When I say affect, is just because I have to change this information in the bill in the payment entity as well. That's the problem. And if that's the case, I will present the user with this pop-up. So this, I just changed the state. And for instance, if I go over here, change this and click here, I just update the state, and in the UI will present this pop-up. Okay. After that, the user maybe, and then here we have this problem. If not, the change did not reflect, will not affect the payments. I will check if something changed. If so, I will run this update bill only. If that's wrong, it's already a thing that I have to change here, because oh my god, man, I'm still using this shit. You never disable that shit. So yeah, now we are talking. What I have to do here, I have to just we have to unify, consolidate. I think that's the correct way to say it. There's two functions. Have be a single function. So I will use this apply change to payment. This is going to be apply change to payment. But in this case, no payment will be affected. So which day, month, and year. So from, I would say I have a empty. This is an empty date, right? Empty date's just stupid because it's not good. It's a date that exists. Look, and that's not good. I have to pass a not valid date, but I don't know how the best way to do it. You know, could be instead of using this, because it's empty date is horrible. It's a date that I use for initialization purposes, but this is something I should definitely change. So I could pass a no, right? I can pass a no. And if this is no, this is no. And this use case over here should also take no. So if is the date's no, what we're gonna do in this use case, because this is the use case, by the way, that will grab all the payments. Look, if this is have another, this is the extension function to apply the changes to grab the payments that will be, to filter out all the payments that will be affected by this change, prepare them, copy everything with the new information, the information that could be changed, like the date, only the day. Look, that's what I'm doing here, and the price, and then updating also the updated at synchronization, false, everything. So here, if payment, so what I can do here is just if payment, so what we can do, payments to update. If we can do it like this. This is kind of weird for, and in Kotlin we have this every if or if in if statements are also expressions. Expressions always return something, or a empty, or a some value. Could be the void, or we call in Kotlin we call unit. But this ifs always return. They are expressions. Okay, if statements are also expressions, so they return values. So I can do like this: if start date different from no, we're going to run this guy over here. I don't know if this is a good syntax. Okay, I don't know if this is good regarding syntax, but we can do like this. Else, we can do empty list. Empty. I think this is about empty list of. We can do like this because empty list of payments. Yeah. And why? Why this is empty? Empty list of. By the way, this is one of the things that I struggle with the live coding interviews is that I forgot about Kotlin. Empty list. Oh, empty list is not like this. It's like this, right? Empty list. I swear we have this Kotlin empty list of. This is what I struggle. Mutable list of. Oh, we don't have empty list. List of. Function mutability, read only. Oh my god, we have a list of. Oh, this is the thing that I struggle with. With what? With live encoding. Yeah, I forgot the functions. And I have to search for the basic functions. So this list of. What we're doing here is if we have a date, like start date to apply changes, we're going to run this. If not, we just have an empty list, and we're going to pass all this information to the backend. Okay, and then this is a data source. So it's basically what I'm showing here. Look, when you wanted to update something, this is for another scenario, just for the when you change the item in the list directly from the list, but it's kind of the same. We have I hate this, but yeah, we should have a repository for no reason. So for this example here, I'm using directly the data source, local data source. So then repository delegate to local data source, which I'm doing directly from the use case. This will run in the database. Okay, we're gonna run in the database. When we receive this update from this operation, only then we're going to pass to this event sync. So you will see. Update. So this will run. And this update bill with payments, just prepare the same information. I will pass this to the DAO. So you can see the DAO. I think data transfer. DAO. What is a DAO? Where's the, oh my god, room? Down. What is it down? Why is it in Portuguese? Oh, down. Yeah. I don't know why. They're explaining things in Portuguese, but whatever. What is it down? Data access object. That's what it is. Data access object. So every time we pass to this down, we have to use this transaction. So this in room we do like this, but as you can see in the Golang is different. In Golang we run transactions. Where is my transaction stuff in the store? Yes, right over here. We run transactions like this. So we begin a transaction. So this will return us this TX. And then we're going to use this TX to grab our queries from the database. But depends on which library you're using to manipulate your database. In my case, I'm using, I don't remember, SQL X or something. SQL, let me take a look at the libraries I'm using. I think it's this model over here. Which one? I know there is a place where our libraries, we have to declare our libraries. It's not this one, right? This is the generated one. Testify. Post triggers. This is for test. Lib. PU. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. Where is my libraries? Is this? Yeah, SQL C. This is the one that I'm using. SQL C. This is where my migration is. This will generate my queries and my database. Yes. My SQL queries. SQL C, I guess. But anyway, let's keep on going. I digress. I always do this. My brain works like this. I cannot keep focus. Let me see how much time I'll focus on brain training. Let's keep a focus. So next thing, this will run. That's okay already. Oh, so few changes, man. Not too much changes, I guess, because this is already should work correctly. The next thing is the problem now is with the remote, okay, data sources, because the remote data source will be affected as well. Because after saving this, look, let me show you. After saving this guy over here, oh my God. Okay, this. We're going to run this guy over here. So I'm going to say update in this queue, in this object over here. Is being used by who? Who's using this? This guy over here, the sync event worker. Sync event worker use this queue to just keep grabbing event changes and send to the backend. This is basically how my synchronization works. And what we're going to do here, when we grab something, we check which endpoint we're going to request information and which operation. And in this scenario, look here over here, we have this bill update. And I already have it to do here. Change updates rely only on bill with payments detail. So bill with payments detail is the only thing that we're going to use. I don't need to run this catching. Because sometimes I just send, like I mentioned, send only bills. But now I will always send bill with payments. That's amazing. So we can just use this part over here instead of all that crap. This is what I'm gonna do. I know for sure every time this is the information, I know for sure that you will pass me a bill with payment. The same thing that happened with create. So update also will always be this guy over here. And you have this put, look put, bill with payments. Let me see the implementation. And the next change is here because this is not the endpoint anymore. The new endpoint is so just like this one over here, this bill. And we're never gonna use this anymore, but I'm not gonna remove it right now. I will clean up that code later. Should say this faster. But yeah. Okay. I think that's all the changes we should do for now. I mean, first thing we should do here. Let me think. So we're gonna update. Oh yeah. And another thing we have to keep in mind, another place, because everything you change something, other devices that are connected will receive this information in the home view model. So let me open the home view model. I think it's home view model. Home view model is right over here. So everything we receive information in this endpoint over here, what we are expect. So bill it goes the same way. If it's a bill update, look, this is what is crashing the app because it's expecting the bill update is expecting single bill, but now we should change to bill with payment detail. By the way, this is not a good place to do this, but I really don't. I'm not going to change this right now, but I will refactors later because this is not a good place to keep listening to events. That's what I'm saying. The home view model. Home view model sometimes will be destroyed, and then we're going to stop listen to events. So I have to came up with a way to separate, having maybe, I don't know, a separate place to listen to events that do not rely on the UI updates, UI creation. No, I don't need to listen to events from a UI aware component. That's what I'm saying. So here we already have a problem because I think to domain here. Yes, that's okay. We are good. Why this is okay? Update bill. We have to change also this update bill with payment. Do we have this? Please, man. Please. Yeah, I have it. We have it, right? We have it. I just created. Yeah. Oh, come on. It's the same one we are using in the edit. Yes. Oh, yes. It's the same one. That's good. Just create this one, and then we're going to import over here. Say that we already have this beautiful thing. And look, now to domain. What is the problem with this right now? To domain. Bill with payment. Let me just call this bill with payments. Bill with payments. Oh my God. Sorry. Payments. And why this is to domain. What is the problem? Oh, we are fucked. We are fucked because I don't have the date. Look, suspecting this is not even the information. There's not even an information. Jesus Christ. It's not gonna work. because this takes a look from look. It's not the same. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. We could. I have the same problem with the create payments. Oh my god, I'm so fucked. You know why? Because this use case will update payments from and apply changes to payments, update the bill and apply changes. But this one over here this one over here already have all the information. Already have the payments. So what I could do is like, look, I could just change over here, put another parameter like payments, and say, hey, it's just the list of payment, which is gonna be payment like this, and maybe put this as an option as well, and check both informations. So we can check this guy, but that's too much responsibility for a single use case. Oh my god, it's not gonna be good. Yeah, it's not gonna be good. I have to create another use case. That's the best way. Book insert bill with payments. Insert bill with payments will create payment. This is when we want to create payments. We even check here if let me see. Try. So we check if this is empty. If the payment list is empty, we're just going to insert. It's not empty, yeah. If it's not empty, we already have created the payments. Yeah. Jesus, I have to create a new endpoint. But I don't want to. Let me drink water. I don't know. I think it was 12 sips. I don't think so. I think missing 3. We are done. We're done with the water. So here I have to create a different use case. But I don't know the name. Just update payment. Bill with payments. Yeah. So this one has the. It should be apply changes. Apply bill to be apply. I will change the name for this guy over here because the update bill payments should be the other name. So apply. This guy should be. And apply to payments. Yeah. Update bill and apply to payments. Yes, change everything to every single name. Let me see. Update. We don't need you here. Yeah, this is not gonna be the name. Let me see. First, let me see. Edit should be another name. Makeable should not be this name. This is update bill and apply to payments. That's a good name, right? Update bill and apply to payments. That's what we do. Apply change to payments. Look. Update bill and apply to payments. Nice. And now we have a new use case. Now it's time to create a new use case, which is gonna be just like this one. But instead of, let me copy and paste this. I called it update bill with payments. That's gonna be update bill with payments. And the difference between this one is like, are we ready? So let me change this to update bill with payments. Well, what's going on here? Wait, domain. What's going on here? Where you wanna? Update and apply. No. Okay, this is gonna be just here. Update. What is going on here? What's going on here? Jesus Christ! No, man. What are you doing? Yeah, that's good. The problem with this is update bill payments. We're gonna update bill payments. The problem is because we have the same name, but yeah, it's gonna be update bill payments. It's gonna be the new name, and we have the same dependency, but we have the payments right over here. Payments. A list of payments. List of payments. And that's it. And it's complaining because payments lists of payment. That's good. Now we don't need to care about this anymore because we already have it. And update. Look. Update bill payments and payments. Hold on. Yeah, we don't do this. Just use bill already. We have no intention at all to change the update at because this function update bill payments just receive the bills and payments to be updated. We could instead of receiving this, we could receive a bill of payment like this. Bill with payments. Okay? And then bill with payments. Object okay. I find this better than to pass to separately. And here you can use bill payments, bill payments, bill payments, payment. That's it. I occurred trying to update bill with payments. Yes, it's good, everything's good. So we don't need anything like this. Look, so much straightforward. That's why we separate things in use cases, guys. That's the. And now I have to use this in some places. So let me place this where we have to put this in the edit, not edit. This we're gonna be using the view model. Yeah, home view model. Update bill payments is the one that I put here, but actually, yeah, it's the one that I want to use. This is exactly the one I want to use, right? I'm not going to use update bill anymore because it's not necessary. And we can just pass right away to domain. Also, clean architecture, always. Different layers, different models. Different type of data, right? We're in data types. Okay. We are good. So here we receive this, and now we have to provide this via dependency injection, which is gonna be in the common. And let me see. Look, we already have a problem here. Single update bill payments. This is not anymore. This is let me just grab this, paste this over here. This is gonna be I update bill and apply payment to payments. So update bill and apply payments. This is good. This is gonna be update update bill with payments. And this don't need anything of this. Just the dispatcher. That's good. It's amazing. Next one is the home. For sure, home's is broken right now. Home don't need this anymore, but home needs. Oh my God, man! Update bill with payments. That's the one home needs. Do we have any error? And another error? Nope. Everything's good. That's it. That's what we need right now. What else? Are we good? Let me think. Home will receive this from the database. Receive this update and just, yeah, everything should work fine right now. I did all the changes necessary. Let's first of all log out from both devices. Just make sure we are in a good spot. Logging out will clean up everything. Jesus Christ, man. Log out. Yeah, for some reason my screen is not working properly. Not now. Let me try this out one more time. Let's see. Let me see if this is so it's just a intermediate error. How to say this in English?
Intermittent error.
Intermittent
error.
Intermittent error. It's intermittent. This sounds wrong. Okay. No, 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 no. Cancel, 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 cancel. First of all, we have to rerun this, right? Let me stop all of you and run the Android version. And then next step will be running the iOS version. It's pretty hard, man. Oh, we have a problem. Hailstone, we have a big problem over here. What is this? What is this? What are you talking about? My God, Jesus Christ. Okay. I update. Apply to changes. Okay. Let me see if this is gonna work right now. Look, I should be more.
25th. Origin and orange. Origin and orange. Origin. Origin.